everybody. Welcome to Mondays with Marley. If you don't know where you are, you're on the Marley Bird YouTube channel, and I'm your Bycrafty bestie, Marley Bird, and I'm joined today by two of my most favorite people in the whole world. I have Robin, of course, my partner in crime over here at marleybird.com. And then we have, I'm still going to call you my Caitlin. Caitlin and I go way back, and she has moved on and is a big, I don't even know what your official title would be. I almost said bigwig. I don't know what your official title is at We Crochet.
Yeah, I'm not a bigwig. Well, at least not yet. I now do influencer and affiliate marketing. So yes. I do our ambassadors, our affiliates, all that kind of stuff.
So she is a very important person, and I invited her here today, not just so that we could say hello, because I don't think I've talked to you since like May of last year, or it's crazy. But she has been on this whole journey with me for a long time. She was here for the very first game day. She was a fan of the Yarn Thing podcast before she and I started working together. She's been a contractor with me. She was my assistant. She's been my everything. Like when I moved to Indiana, she took care of my business. Like I remember calling her at one point. I was like, how's my job? Like, is everything okay? But she's amazing. So I want you guys to please welcome Caitlin to the show. And here we are. So today I thought we would jump in and talk a little bit about game day memories. Now, if you don't know what the game day is, the game day mystery make along is an event that I started, I think in 2018. This is the 8th year. And every year, for the time going up to the Super Bowl, so that whole day, you get instructions either every hour or every other hour to make an item before the Super Bowl time. And you don't know what it is. You just know what yarn, what hook, what needles you need, and you just kind of jump in with 2 feet. And then during the game day itself, we have the game day bingo, which is a lot of fun. Everybody participates with that. And it's really amazing. I think so. Don't you guys think so?
I agree.
All right.
Absolutely.
So I have given everybody kind of my own rendition of how the first one started, Caitlin. Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell them how it started?
Yeah, so let me take you back about 8 years ago, and we're maybe about a week away from Super Bowl, and Marley goes, I have an idea. Now, you have to understand, Marley has a lot of ideas.
Yes.
And usually they're all really great. It's always just the timing of how quickly we need to get ideas done.
Yes.
But no, so yeah, I was, of course, the instigator or whatever, not instigator, but I didn't say no to her. I said, yeah, this sounds like a great idea. Let's do it.
Enabler. And we're the enabler.
The enabler. Thank you.
Yes.
I couldn't think of the word, when you need a word, it's like,
oh,
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got that together in a very short window of time. Marley was working on the designs. I was working on the blog posts and getting everything set up on the back end. And somehow it magically all came together.
Yeah.
And it worked. Was that the one that we broke your website?
Yes. Yes. That was when we crashed the server, the very first one. And that's when Brittany was still working with us. Yeah. And Brittany stayed up the whole time with me. And it was crazy. I just remember because like you said, we were trying to get the patterns done and stuff. I got the crochet one done. Mm-hmm. I swear it was the night before. And then I sent you the pattern. You were testing it to be like, yeah, this works. Yeah. And then I was designing the knit one I was 2 hours ahead of each clue.
Yeah.
And it was, I did not expect it to be as big as it was. But yeah, when we crashed the server, we were like, oh my goodness, what is happening here?
That was a little scary for a couple moments there.
Yes, absolutely was. But I mean, even at the time, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was right when Red Heart Ombre came out, and we really liked the With Love stripes, and we were just like, what can we do with this? And I'm like, you know what? We could just play with the yarn and just do some random stitches and have something fun come out. And you were like, okay. And I'm like, I'd seen something like this style. We've done so many things in this style before now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I'll do something like this because I can make it look like it's going to be a shawl. But then the last minute, we join it together and we add the cowl. And you were like, yeah, that's a good idea. I love that. I hate scarves and I hate shawls. I love this. And so you're like, yes, because then I can actually wear it. Yeah. And so that's what we did. And it was a big hit. I don't even have mine. Do you have yours?
No, my mom found it and she took it from my house. So I don't have it. I don't have like any of the game day stuff that I've made because my mom likes things and they just disappear from my house.
That's so funny because my mom has mine too. My first one, I know my mom has it because she came and she saw it because mine was, well, I made the pink one, but then I made the With Love one was like teal color and she loved it. Like so she has it. So I don't even have it anymore. And I don't even know where the knit one is. I have no clue. Yeah. I have no clue. I do know you can buy the crochet one on Ravelry. Like you helped put that together into a PDF. Yeah. I should probably remake that. Maybe update the pattern and remake it a little bit. But after that, I know you and I both were like, wow, this was a lot of fun. This was really great. It was wonderful traffic for the website, which you guys know, like that's a big deal for us over here because of the ad revenue and stuff. We didn't sell the pattern. We just relied on ad revenue. And so it was after that, you and I were like, what should we do next? And so that's when we came up with Tournament of Stitches for the March Madness. Yep. And then we came up with, right after that, it was the Christmas in July. And I was like, we should ask Brianna Kay. You were like, I love her designs. I said, I do too. So we called her and she was like, yes, sign me up. Like she was all in. She was like, I'm ready for this crazy. And so that's how all of these things kind of happened. And then Turkey Trot was really, again, it was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. And I'm like, we could do something. We could do something like over the weekend. You were like,
and we did. We did.
Yeah. And it happened. Like it just all worked out. So it all started with game day though. Like it was the first one and it's still actually one of the most popular ones. It is right up there with Turkey Trot. Turkey Trot is right behind game day. Like it's very popular. I think there's something exciting about the mystery of game day. I don't know if you know this, Caitlin. We've recently started telling people what they're going to make for Turkey Trot so that way they can kind of plan appropriately. Right. And so as far as mysteries go, game day really is the biggest mystery one we keep anymore. We don't keep very many mysteries because there's enough crazy mystery in the world. We just like, But with game day, I mean, there's only so many things you can make in that time frame, right? So
it is short. It's short.
But it's a lot of fun. So we did that. We did the first one was like a shawl thingy like this. Mm-hmm. The second one was a hat. The second one was a hat.
Yeah, the second one was the hat with the brim.
Yes. So I
have that while we were in Arizona.
Yes. So this one doesn't have the brim on it because I wanted to show how it was without it. But this was the crochet one.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice stitches.
I know. This was the knit one. And then I had an extra one where if they didn't want to have all that texture, they just wanted basic stitches. I have that one. So that was that year. The year after that was what?
Is that when the cowl was? We did the cowl and we did, I don't know what year it was, but you did a knit cowl and we used Robin's cocoon.
The shawl. Is that one?
That must be it.
It was this one?
Yes, that might have been year 3.
That might have, I'll have to look it up. I just know with that one, here's the crazy with that one. Were we in LA or Stitches West when I asked you to be a part of this one? Like we
were definitely at a Stitches. We were definitely at a Stitches. Yeah.
And we were rooming together and I didn't know what I was going to make. Like I just didn't know. And she had pulled out one of her designs because this is like a quintessential classic Robin design, right? She takes the shawls, she turns them into cardigans. And I was like, you know what? That would be a really cool game day because people wouldn't know what they were making. And with how fast crochet goes, I bet people could get through it. Yeah. And so I said, hey, this is when Robin, I mean, we had been friends for a long time. This is really like the jump in with Marley stuff kind of happened. I was like, hey, I have this thing called game day and this is what I do. do you think you'd want to design something and do the crochet one?" And you were like, yeah, I think I could do that. I'm like, I think you could do it. I think that'd be really good. I want to say it was like, it was real close to game day. Like it was a last minute discussion.
Yeah, because if it was a stitches, that would have been February.
Yeah. So that's when you came in for that. And then that year I did a different stitch cowl.
Yep.
I think that's where you, Caitlin.
Yep. I have mine.
That's the one with all the colors that we confused everyone with colors.
Yes. Yeah.
I still wear mine all the time, but
it's awesome, right?
It's down in my bin, but I love that one.
Like you're good. So we did that. And then the following year I did the Japanese knot bag, which I gave away. And so I started to make another one. I found it as I was pulling out all the ones. I found one that I was making that I never finished. Like it was the second one because I made the first one, you know?
Right.
And so I don't know where those are, but that's what I have. That look, I even have the hook in there. So I have that. So that was the Japanese knot bag. And then did we do the hats?
Yeah, you did hats and mittens the one year. I think that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, this was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago? Okay.
I still haven't woven in my ends for this. So I don't have your hats, Robin, for this. But
yeah, I have my hat here.
Yeah, this was the year we did crochet and Tunisian and knitting. Right. So the project was just this. Like these are both the same hat, just different colors.
Yeah.
And then you could buy the hat and fingerless mitts to match. Mm-hmm. So we did that. And this was
the year when I spoiled what it was.
Yeah, that's okay though.
And I didn't even know I said it was a hat. And so we got off the live and you're like, you totally said it was a hat. I said, no, I didn't.
It happens. It's okay. The fun thing with this one used We Crochet Swish yarn, which I love. It's a lovely superwash merino yarn, and we were able to use a bunch of different colors, and it introduced a lot of my fans to We Crochet, which was because they didn't put together that We Crochet and Knit Picks were the same company, like sister companies or same company, and so it was great for people to come in and try out those yarns.
Yep.
What was the following year, Robin? After the hats?
It wasn't jewelry, right?
Oh, yes, it was.
It was jewelry.
Last year.
It was jewelry. Oh, I should have grabbed that. Do you want me to go grab my jewelry real quick? I'll go grab it. I know exactly where it is.
I'm like, where's mine?
Yeah, that was the knitted beads that Marley did. And then you did the whole like bunch of things that you could like components put together.
Yeah, all the motifs that you could put together. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we had like the reverse in the MVP where we had crochet beads and a Tunisian cuff, and then she added a bunch of extras too.
This isn't the one, like the sample one is up in another area, but this is essentially we made these beaded wrap beads. Yeah. Knit bead wrap beads. It's like we made all these. This was fun. I loved this one. I wear this all the time. That's why I knew exactly where this was. So we did those, and then last year we came back to the original sort of design. Same style.
I swore that was a game day, and then I was like, no, don't go get it. I wear that thing all the time.
It is like
my
awesome.
Go-to to just throw on and walk out the door.
Yeah, it is. This is amazing. This was the crochet piece that we did, and the knit one, we made this. It's a combination of mosaic stitches and texture stitches, and what did I call this? Like archer? I think I called it the archer cowl. And it kind of looks like it has arrows right here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And nobody knew this, but if you know Travis Kelce, when he comes out of the tunnel, he plays like he's an archer. So this was
put that away.
I didn't tell anybody.
Put that away.
Since then, can I just tell you guys, I made the celebration hat that we have, the crochet. Is that what it's called? Celebration hat? Yeah. So I took the same colors and I made a crochet celebration hat that goes with this, and it looks so good together.
Yeah.
So I did that. But then that same year I had the confetti blips hat, which took the mosaic stitches from there and put them there. And then we have this piece too, which instead of connecting it to be in the round, we connected it to be like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then this was the extra pattern in the MVP.
I love those colors.
And then we had the Amaya. I don't know where the Amaya. I just packed up all the samples I had laying out.
Yeah.
And I had it out for the longest time.
Yeah.
But the Amaya
makes my cowl into a cardigan.
Yeah. So that was last year.
You have to go do that one.
So that was last year. And so that brings us to this year's game day. Is that all 8? Doesn't feel like
so.
8. I think so. I mean, if we missed any.
Can I just tell you, I'm very impressed that I was able to find as many as I was. Like, I was like, look at this. I have them all here. But this year I put together. All right, let's just be honest. Okay. I'm gonna keep it real. Everybody ready to keep it real? Okay. December. We published 24 patterns in 12 days. On top of that, we did Turkey Trot. And then right before Turkey Trot, we did First Fall. So literally we have been going nonstop since the start of October. So at the after Christmas, Robin said, "Peace out. I'll talk to you after the new year." Not even joking.
I would have too.
She's like, "Don't talk to me."
Those are the exact words I said. Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Mm-hmm. She's very hard to say no to. Like when she comes up with these ideas, it's like, okay, sure, I'll do it. So I totally understand why Robin was like, "No, we're not talking." And no
Robin's
ideas.
Very good at telling me no. Like she should just have she has the Marley no sticker is what she has. She tells me no all the time.
Yeah, Marley has to work hard to convince me.
It's funny. So in that time frame, I was like, okay, what's the next thing I have to do? We were thinking about the Buy Crafty Bestie box, which, side note, today's the last day you can get one of those. So if you're interested.
I was going to say, you missed one other thing that we designed.
What?
When you were talking, we also did all of the socks.
Well, that's where I was going to.
I was like, that was our mystery. Right. And we did all of the socks too.
Yeah, we did all the socks right after the Jolly Holiday is what we were working on the socks. So we're working on the socks to put together Buy Crafty Bestie box. And we're just exhausted. So I'm like, okay, what do I have to do after this? I have to do game day. So I told Robin, I said, why don't I do both of the game day patterns this year? You take a break, you focus on, not really take a break, but that just doesn't add anything else to her plate because she's got other stuff she's got to do. We have to film the stuff for the Buy Crafty Bestie box. She's putting together this amazing crochet course that I don't want to spill the beans on, but it's really great. So she's working on other things. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can handle this. I mean, I told her, my exact words were, I can design crochet. I can't do it. So she was like, yeah, like she didn't even put up a fight, y'all. She was like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So this year, we're going back to the roots of the sense that I've designed both of them. But I don't know if you guys realize this, but it wasn't until like year 3 or 4 where we started actually doing video content to help support the game day. Before that, you just had the instructions. Right. And you guys can thank Robin for that because it's 100% Robin's. Why she was like, Marley, why aren't you doing video? Like, I don't understand this. You should be doing video for this. I'm like, but that's a lot of work. Like, do you know how many clues and stuff go out? That's a lot. She's like, yeah. Like, it's just deadpan. Yep, sure is. Why aren't you doing it? So we have all the videos that are coming out with that. But I'm doing the videos. I did the design, putting out the pattern. I think you guys will like it. If you are wanting to follow along, it is still free on the website. We still have everything free on the website. It is supported by ad revenue. Just so you know, there are going to be ads. I'm not in there putting more ads in than you need. Like I'm not doing that. It's whatever the system I have uses, or like their ratio, I guess, whatever the word is. But then since the time of Caitlin coming on, we have now the MVP package, where that's where you not only get the clues sent to you, not sent to you, but they're all put into your Marley Birdhouse. So you have everything there, your plays, they're all listed there with the video content that supports it. But then there's also bonus content. There is a live Q&A that will happen. I think it's at 1:00, and it is Robin and myself. So we'll both be on there talking. There are bonus patterns, patterns. Did you hear that was plural, patterns? And we unlocked a new bonus last week, which was a $10 coupon to the Marley Bird Ravelry store. So whether you have already purchased or you're going to purchase, you also get a $10 coupon to the Ravelry store. We've had a lot of questions of if there is a Buy Crafty package. The answer is only if you buy both. We don't have one that's together. When it comes to game day, financially, we try and make it as cost effective as possible. And so we have to do two separate. So you can buy each one if you would like to. After the fact, the patterns will be individually, uploaded that you could link to, but they won't have all the extra stuff to them. But if you are somebody who likes an uninterrupted experience for game day, or you're like, you know what, I'm going to be so busy, I don't want to have to go find all the clues, I want everything in one place, the MVP package is the place for you. Caitlin, have you been inside the Marley Bird house?
Yes, not recently though. So if there's changes, I haven't seen them. But yeah, I love the birdhouse, how it just like keeps everything together for you. It's all right there. You can access it whenever you want, get everything that you have. I love it. I think it's great.
I do too. I think it's awesome. And we've talked about for this event, we're using a bunch of different yarns, but not a bunch of, we're using some different yarns, but I know that even We Crochet Brava, like that would be a great substitute yarn if people wanted to jump in with an acrylic from you, or the Brava tweed. Like I'm a big fan of the Brava tweed. I'm just saying, it's literally arm's length away. And so that is a really good choice. Would you say the Heather's worsted would be a good choice, Robin?
I think the Heather's is a little light.
Okay.
I think the yarn that you chose is thicker.
It's a little bit thicker, yeah.
But I mean, I like the Heather's a lot. I have a lot of it.
Well, that's
like half of my bottom rows behind me are Heather's.
Yeah. So Caitlin doesn't know this. I had to buy another IKEA shelf to put over in the inspiration station area
for We Crochet.
That's all We Crochet yarn.
I love it.
All of it. All of it. What kills me though is when you get rid of some of your yarns, and I have some, and I'm like, if I was just a normal crafter and could just make something, this would be great.
I get it. We try not to do it often.
No, you don't.
No, you don't at all. Like not even close to what I've experienced in the past. So no, you guys are great. I'm just saying the yarn is so good that even when it's like discontinued, I'm like,
you still have a heartbreak.
I can't get rid of it.
With it is that I like all of them. Like it's not like, oh, that one was like, eh. Yeah. Like I like them a lot.
I like all of them. Yeah. I even had to call Brianna and I was like, okay, girl, talk to me because I love this yarn and I want to keep this. She's like, you should keep the yarn. I said, I should keep the yarn. I should keep the yarn. So I did.
Yarn.
It's in its own cubicle.
Yeah.
I love it. It's good stuff.
I will say too, grab your affiliate link and share with everybody because right now we have 15% off. So they can go ahead and shop if they do need yarn. I mean, it's obviously not going to show up in time for game day, but like if you're using part of your stash for game day, you're gonna need to replenish it. So use Marley's affiliate link and you can go shop right now for our crochet-uary. I don't know. I have a hard time saying this, but it's like between January and February where you sit inside and all you do is crochet. So
is it all yarn or just the Brava or?
I think it's all yarn. Hold on. Let me just double check.
That's right. I just put a link in the chat for the Brava yarn, but if you guys go and use that link, like whatever you buy is an affiliate for me. So that would work.
I think it's on all yarn except for our Wool of the Andes. And the reason it's except is because Wool of the Andes is already 20% off. So you still get a discount on that. But yeah, you can just click right on the homepage. It has the link. You can click through and see everything that's going on. But yeah, perfect time to restock your stash after you do game day.
I love your special math. That's like my math is, the MVP is $20, right? So you're going to get the main pattern, all the video support, all the extra content that comes with it, 2 additional patterns and a $10 coupon. That's practically free.
Practically, like
it is practically free.
It's like putting money into our pocket.
It absolutely
take my work.
Absolutely. Right. You can do this. Anyways, Caitlin, I love having you here. And I love that you were able to to be part of my crazy, and you still support my crazy. You're just like, no, when are we doing this?
I don't think I could say no to you, because even though sometimes it's crazy, the results that come out of it are so stunning. And I'll be honest, like, I'm a little selfish that I like what you put out, so I want to make it. So I'm always going to say, yeah, go ahead and do it.
Well, that's
I'll support
awesome.
you 100%.
I love it. Well, and if you guys are at all interested at all, Caitlin does have a live podcast right on Wednesdays at 12:30 on their Facebook page.
Yep,
The
Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Okay, good. There you go. And then the We Crochet Stroll yarn is actually what we are using in the Buy Crafty box. So there are so many wonderful projects coming up for that. And that will be our next make along at the end of February, early March for socks. So you guys will have fun. So if you want to stock up on sock yarn too, this is a good time. Just go have fun. All right, Caitlin, I know you have to go. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll come back soon.
Yes, perfect. Okay. Anytime.
All right. Bye. All right. So I don't know how to eliminate. There we go. I was like, how do we do this? Hey, Robin, how are you?
Hi. How you doing?
I am doing all right. I'm doing all right.
So
I saw this when I was going through all of the things today. Can I just tell you, this is one of my favorite things.
That was a turkey trot.
This is a turkey trot.
I actually remember making it during Thanksgiving one year. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I miss Tunisian so much. So much.
I love this so very much. Like it is, and it's just the colors, everything about it. I just love it. But this was turkey trot 2 years ago, I think.
It was a couple of years ago.
Years ago. If you guys are interested at all, it is available as a VIP silver platter experience in the Marley Birdhouse. There's their pictures are on the covers. You can see which one it is. If you're interested in getting it, you're more than welcome to. But I love it. I think it's really great. Yeah. So Miss Robin, I don't think the clutch, the cozy, the iPad cover, what do we call it, is here yet. Do you know it? Did it say it's come here yet? I didn't hear the dogs bark. So
I was just going to look it up and see if it's at your door or not. I don't think it's there yet.
Okay. So as you guys know, last week, Robin joined us and we were talking about the One Ball Wonders, which is part of the Celebrate and Create challenge that we are doing with Hirschners. And she teased all of you with a really awesome granny square cozy that she was like, this would be a great clutch. This would be a great iPad cozy. I saw it. I was like, it'd be a great book cozy. I don't know. Like once I get it in my hands, I'll see exactly how big of a book I can fit in it. Like it's super duper cute. And so it was her idea that for today's Lunch and Learn, I show you how to do the separation of the yarn. And I have tea cakes here because I don't have the chunky cakes. So I have tea cakes. I think
that will work out totally fine.
Okay. So I have tea cakes, which you can see is a long color changing yarn. So what Robin loves to do is she separates these bits of color so that way she can use the color where she wants to use them and doesn't let them just go willy-nilly, which you could do if you wanted to. It's up to you.
You could, but it's funny because I've separated tea cakes a million times.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have tea cakes. I have a K crochet hook and we have the pattern now up on the website. So let me grab that link because I don't think I put the link in the video description because I had just posted it right before we went live. So let me grab it and you guys will be able to grab this pattern, whether you're looking at it free on the website or it is available as an ad-free PDF for only $5 over on Ravelry. If you want like I said, an uninterrupted crafting experience for this, and we can just work and make this together. What do you say?
I think that's great.
All right. Okay. Let me save this. Ooh, I just got really lightheaded and vertigo. So give me just a minute. Ooh, that came on really quick.
It's always fun when that does that. It's because you have to do all the things. Your brain has to do all the things.
Like literally it feels like my butt just like went up and over my head. Like I'm upside down. Oh, give me a second. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Like holy moly. This hasn't happened in ages.
Take a breather. It's me. I always do it.
Okay, I can see now. Oh, that was a lot. Okay. All right. Well, so we have the page. Let me put it on here so we can take a peek at it together. It's going to open up. I'll put the link down here in the live discussion as well. But let me present, share screen, One Ball Wonder, and share. Is that popping up for me?
Yeah.
Is it showing? Okay.
Yeah.
I just can't see like you and the page. So we'll do it together.
That's fine.
Okay, so One Ball Wonders. Remember, this is the whole challenge, is that you just take one ball of yarn, any ball of yarn you want, make something, and then tag us, tag Hirschners_crafts, and use hashtag One Ball Wonders with an S at the end. Our goal over the last week has been to try and bring you some different ideas for one ball projects. Robin did come up with a beautiful like headband cozy ear cover piece that is also free on the website, but this is the cozy. I'm sorry, I don't have it here to take another picture, but I was like, here you go.
Good enough.
There's a picture. It's super cute. As you know, you can always look at the table of contents to go where you need to go for this project. I did not put on here the Grow piece yet, but that will be added on. So you will have to sign up for Grow to view the pattern itself. But like granny squares on their own, as you know, Robin, they are the quintessential crochet item. Just like I feel like mitered squares are quintessential knit. Like the granny square is, you look at it, you're like, that's crochet. And the crazy thing about granny squares is people don't really grasp the whole idea that a granny square or a granny stitch could look completely different just by changing the color of the yarn. So not only are we taking this just one ball of yarn and separating this out to different colors and using a variety of colors to, on different rounds of the granny square, but you can even look at Brianna Kay's collection of granny patterns that she has, where it's a granny stitch. I don't call it a granny cluster because it is not a cluster. It's 3 double crochets, a granny stitch, and she changes colors and she gets some really unique looks just by changing the color. So you can always check all of those out as well. Here are some other patterns that you could look at for one ball stuff. Here are some yarns that are really great to take apart if you wanted to try that out. Here's where you can get the ad-free PDF. And then, of course, right down here is where we have the pattern. So do you want to talk us through this a little bit, Robin?
Yeah. So the whole idea here is taking something that you already know how to do. I'm assuming everybody has made a granny square at some point in their life. If you like crocheting, it'd be, like hard to not do a granny square at some point. And sometimes I just like projects that have no brain power in terms of what I'm doing and just to make something that's functional. And so it's kind of where this came about. Now, being functional in something doesn't have to be ugly in any way, shape, or form. It can be very cute. And I think this cozy is super, super duper cute. And after making it, you're like, oh, that could be a pillow. That could be like, I could make a lot of different things with this.
So right. Oh, go ahead.
All I was going to say is to start this project, you have to make the balls. So you have to start the project, it says right away, it says it multiple times in the pattern, you have to separate the colors. And if whatever you're using, like if you want to make this, the way I did it is the lightest color. If you like put them all together, the lightest one, make that your A, and then kind of line them up to darkest color. Your darkest color will be your E. So you want 5 colors. Now, this absolutely could be like scrap yarn. It doesn't mean like if you're not doing a one ball wonder, it can be just a bunch of scrap yarn because you really don't need that much. I think the chunky cake is really big, and I used essentially like half of it. So
okay.
Like I think the chunky cake might be bigger than the tea cakes.
Yeah.
Like in like the size of the ball, but you don't need a ton. I think there's 11 motifs total. So it's not a lot of crocheting.
Yeah.
They're all 3 rounds. So I know that the layout looks like, wow, there's a lot going on. It's just because I made like 4 different motifs in terms of like their color. I wanted the color to be all over. And if you're not doing a one ball wonder, you can make all the motifs exactly the same. I had to make them like 4 different motifs, meaning like using the colors in different places so that I was using all of the colors equally.
Okay. And then, of course, there is a crochet stitch diagram. And like she said, it's only 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to ask, is this a join as you go, or are we seaming together?
So it is a join as you go. Big surprise. I do not like seaming afterwards, but that doesn't mean you don't have to. So I chose on purpose a very chunky seam on purpose because I liked the way it looked. But you could absolutely crochet individually and then seam them together if you'd rather that, or slip stitch them together, whatever makes you happy.
Okay. And the seam that you use, is it written in here of how to do it?
It is. And I figured I could talk you through it.
All right, cool. Okay. So I'm going to put you back on my screen over here so I can see you. And then let's take that away. Okay. Let me.
Why don't you make me little and you big?
I will. I just got to see if I can get
to of God coming from above.
Is that, can you see me? Yeah.
I can see you. Yeah.
Okay. And sorry, give me a second. Let me see. Can I go like that? But there has to be a way to get you on here too. There we go. Does that work?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm reversed on here. I don't want to be reversed. Mirror my camera. No, there we go. Woo. Okay. That's much better. It was going to throw me off a lot. Okay. So do you need me to make my...
I need you to make some balls. So please make me some balls.
I love you so much. All right. So how do you start off with this? Like I can see here, like this little yellow bit, it's just, there's not much of it.
Yeah. So what I do is because the beginning always is never like the full amount, is that I'll make a ball with a little one until I get to there. You can see when the colors change pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
And then I'll save it and join it to the color when I get to that color. So
okay, you want to know something that's funny? In the Minions group the other day, a woman was using like a color changing yarn and she was making, I want to say like a granny square or something. And she posted the picture. She's like, the long coat, the yarn did me dirty. And it looked like a boob. It looked like a nipple. And, like a boob. And I was like, oh, it's a boob. I'm sorry. Okay. So now we have the gray. Do you just pull it out or do you just do what I was just doing?
I keep it in the cake.
Oh, okay.
So I will wind my yarn on my ball winder right from the cake.
Okay. Well, I don't bring that over here. So I'm going to go like this.
Right. So it doesn't matter. So Marley's doing, I like to call those butterflies. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marley's doing butterflies. You can make multiple balls. We're going to be cutting this yarn into lots of little pieces because it's granny square. So like, don't feel like you have to make this like giant cake like I showed in the picture. You could make multiple. Knitters know this because you make these little butterflies when you're doing color work going across. Crocheters, we don't often do it, but you can make smaller balls if you want to make it go quicker for you.
All right, I'm going to see how fast I can get this. Looks like I'm close.
You are. And it's one of those funny things with like when you're doing this, you're like, wow, there's a lot of one color in there.
There's a lot of this color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm almost there.
Yeah. And to start crocheting, you don't have to do any more than the ball that you did.
Okay. All right.
Because you can use the first little bit as your first color.
All right. So there's the separation. Can you guys see it?
So with these Karen cakes, the separation is very bold. Even with, I was doing like a cream de gray, like you can, it's really, they don't like slightly go in. It's like, they go in and hit you with it.
All right. Look at this.
I know.
It's right there. There's the green to the gray. Okay, so this one's going to be a little trickier, though, because it's dark to light.
Look at
Gray.
her.
I know. Not so hard.
Nope.
Right there.
So you can rip it out like Marley did and just, you know, like wind it around so it doesn't go out. You don't have to make it into balls if you don't want to.
I know you said I could stop, but this is my ADD kicking in.
This is stopping me.
I can't stop.
I'm gonna choose whatever I want when I want it.
Can't stop, won't stop. This is like I can't do this. All right, we're just gonna put that aside. All right, just 2 more. So now we've got the yellow, which goes with this.
Yep.
And then more of that like taupey color.
Yep.
Okay, so with what I have here, how would you organize the colors?
Ooh, so let me see them. I'd probably use the lime green as my lightest if I had to. I'm guessing.
This one, the like yellowy.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then.
So this is a lighter gray, darker gray.
Okay, so maybe I will put the light gray as the A.
Light gray is the A.
And then where you had there was like a bright green, right?
Yeah.
I think I would do the dark gray is the at the end.
This one?
Uh-huh. Yep, that's what I would do.
And those of you curious, this colorway is Rainforest. Tea Cakes Rainforest, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah. The reason that you want to make sure you're doing like light to dark, because when I was doing the motifs and like if you're following the color placement, you definitely don't want to have 2 that are right next to each other that you barely can tell the difference. So like you want to make sure that they're like separated enough that you will be able to tell when you're mixing them together.
Got it. So like these 2 are really close.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think you'll be fine that way.
Okay, so I'm going to leave them like this. Talk me through. Because I don't have anything up, so you're going to have to just talk me through what I'm doing.
Fantastic. All right. This is
what I wanted.
This is just what I wanted with my life. Let me pull up the diagram.
Hey, for the people who are listening to the podcast versus watching, they're going to be really grateful. Okay.
I want you to start with an adjustable ring, however you like making them.
With color A?
With color A. Oh, I think she might be. Are you back or am I back? Who's back?
I'm here.
Okay.
Did I leave?
I don't know if you left or I left. That's the fun part about when you freeze. You don't know that you did. So
hopefully I did it. All right. So what I did essentially where I would do a slip knot, but I stopped. Let me get myself in focus here. Am I in focus? Okay. So I stopped before I pulled this closed.
Okay, perfect. Now I do like to do a chain so like I don't like it doesn't like come off on me, you know?
Yep.
I like to start it with a stacked double crochet.
Okay. So I do a single and then I go all the way in through the whole unit and do another single. Okay.
So as always, we're going to always preface this. If you guys hate stacked double crochets, just chain 3. Chain 3. Okay. We just like them. 2 double crochets, please.
Okay. 1 and 2.
Chain 3. Gone again. She's gone again. Okay. I'm glad you told me, Cindy, that she was frozen and not me because I feel like I'm crazy.
Okay, I'm here. I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't
Are
know.
you? Can you see me?
I can see
Like I just
you.
looked. I'm like my computer is not backing up right now, so I don't know what is going on. Let me just close things.
Close all the things.
I'll close all the things. And we'll close Messenger, and we'll close the text, and we'll close the mail. Close mail. And we'll close the calendar. I mean, who needs a calendar? And we'll close Adobe, and we'll close QuickTime. Oh my gosh. All right, we got to keep OBS open, and we got to keep Chrome open. We good?
Yeah.
Hopefully this is good. All right, so I chained 3.
Do 3 double crochets, please. All in the
Hey,
ring.
Cindy, she's not a saint. I am. No, come on now. I am a joy, damn it. Okay. All right. So, and then do it
chain 3 and then repeat, please.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Mm-hmm. You'll end with your chain 3.
All right. I'm not used to this really thick yarn after working with the sock yarn.
I know. And I will say the tea cakes is a little bit thicker than the chunky, but I did choose a hook size, like one size smaller than what the ball band says. Because we are making, it's not a purse, but we're making something that like you want it to be thick and not like floppy. You don't like on purpose. You want it to be sturdy.
Now, am I finishing with 3 single or 3 chains, or am I doing
finishing it with 3 chains and a slip stitch to the first stitch, and then you can fasten off.
Slip stitch to the first stitch, like as normal,
and
then fasten off, and cut,
and you're done with that one.
Okay, got it.
And then you can close the hole.
I mean,
squeeze it real tight.
Hold and release. Hold and release. Okay. Those of you who are of an age know exactly what I just did. Okay. So can I weave it in right now so it doesn't go anywhere?
You can do anything you want.
Usually that's what I do.
Whatever makes you happy. I will say, I did say in the pattern that you should, I like to weave mine in after I finish the motif. I do say make sure that you're weaving in as you go, because even though there's only 11 full-size motifs, it's such a pain in the butt to, have them all out. It just feels overwhelming. Okay. Good question, Jeannie. Marley's using tea cakes, which is a Karen cake yarn, which you completely can use for this project if you wanted. I used in the actual cozy, I used Karen chunky cakes. And while she's weaving and ends, I wanted to say, so this is sized. This makes your motifs, your granny squares are about 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And it fits like a big iPad. It fits like it fit my daughter's MacBook in there. It fit my husband's Chromebook. Like, so it's a nice size little, I almost like to say a sleeve. But if you wanted it smaller, like if you're making it for a Kindle, instead of using Karen Chunky, you could just use Karen Cake yarn with a smaller hook size. I do say that in the pattern too. You want it bigger? Do a bigger hook size or a bigger yarn. Perfect.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Now choose whatever other color you want. Choose another color.
Any color?
Any color you want.
All right, I like the green.
Go for it. You're going to join that to any chain 3 space you want, but with a standing double crochet.
Okay.
And I mainly do that because I'm lazy.
All right, that's fine. So
show them how to do a standing double crochet.
Okay, well, hopefully this is how you do yours. I usually put a slip knot on, and then I yarn over my hook.
Yep.
I'll go into the chain 3.
You got it.
Yarn over, pull up a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, draw through 2.
And if you want to see that again, we have the links for Marley has a whole tutorial on that on YouTube of how to do standing double crochets.
So am I making a corner here?
You're making a corner. So 2 more double crochets. Chain 3. And 3 more double crochets in that spot.
This is so thick.
I know. I don't know. For me, it was like a nice little break from everything we've been doing with the socks.
Yeah.
So it was like, it felt very tactile to me. I like to chain 1 in between. So these, I will say some Granny Squares have a chain 1, some don't.
I was going to ask if you wanted me to or not.
This one has a chain 1.
So I chained 1 in between where the corner and a chain 1 so that I could like bridge over to the next corner.
Exactly. So you basically put 3 double crochets, 3 chains, 3 double crochets all in that corner. And that's your next round, as Marley's doing.
Yeah.
So the reason standing double crochets are really nice is that it's like the double crochet was like created in the air. It was just, it will give you no extra thickness. It'll give you no extra bumps, no extra knots. But once again, if you hate it, just join your yarn in a corner and chain 3. You always have the option to do that stuff. Yeah. So like the stacked double crochet, the standing double crochet, they're not necessary to the pattern. They just, it's become so standard to me, and I like it so much that I do it a lot.
Dude, this is like killing my thumbs. Like, this is crazy. Like, seriously, it's crazy. All right. Sorry. One more.
I have been knitting, which never happens in my world.
Me too.
Yeah. And I find that I have to like take breaks and like change my fingers because of the way I hold it. My hands are like so conditioned to crocheting.
Well, that's why I'm about ready to change my hand to like how you hold yours.
Yes.
I just go much slower when I hold it like this.
Right. I'm a picker. I'm not a thrower.
Yeah.
I'm a picker when I crochet and when I knit as well. So I just have to make sure I'm not twisting any loops.
Oops. And we are doing yarn overs, not yarn unders, for people who don't know there's a difference. Am I chaining 1 and joining?
Chain 1 and join. So what I like about this is everything will get covered. So there's nothing that you need to be fussy about. There's no special joins you need to do. There's no special fastening offs. You could do like only have like 1 ball with you if you are like in the car pickup line or something, and do all the round 2s while you're waiting in line. However you would like to do it.
That sounds like hell to me. Like here's why. And here I'm going to tell you why. I am so not a person who is like good for like assembly line sort of stuff. So much so that like when I was with Lindsay doing the By Crafty Bestie, like building the boxes to send out.
Yeah.
I really just wanted to do one at a time. Like you grabbed your bag, you grabbed the yarn, you put everything together, you throw it in. She was like,
no,
that's not how we're doing it.
Also can say no to you very easily.
Yes. But it's not because I don't see the efficiency of an assembly line. It's not it. It's literally, it's the way my brain works. It's just the way my brain works. So the idea of making these individually, like just this round, all of them, oh my God, I'd get so sick of it. I'd be like, nope, I'm done.
But that's Ellen Gormley's favorite way of doing it. When you have to make like a whole sweater out of them, it's really hard to memorize like the entire motif if it's a really big motif. But it's really easy just to memorize round 2. And so she was like, yeah, I do all of those. And then I go to the next one and I do all of those.
That doesn't shock me. I mean, the beautiful blanket she designed for me with Chic Sheep, like it's like you remember you edited it.
Yeah.
Little tiny, it's like little tiny motifs that make one big motif. And she told me she had made all the little ones first. And I was like, I don't know how you do that. Like my brain just does not work like that.
Yeah.
At all. Okay.
Amazing.
And obviously I like to weave in as I go because my brain works like that too. But look how pretty that is.
I love Granny Squares. They make me happy. Make me happy. Right. Okay. Choose another color. Where you want to go now?
Let's go with this one. This is like the first color we had. Is it far enough away from that?
It's
gray?
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. Because that's how the other one is too. You'll find. You're going to join with a standing double crochet in any one of the chain 1 spaces.
Ooh, the chain 1s. Okay. So I have a slip knot on my hook. I yarned over my hook. You can see I'm holding it. I go to the chain 1 space and throw your little coaster. Then pick it up again. Go into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. All right. And then I'm guessing I do a granny stitch here. So 2 more doubles.
Nope. Sorry. Take it out.
Okay.
Now you're going to put a double crochet in each one of the 3 double crochets you have in front of you.
Okay.
We're getting this to be like a double crochet evenly along the edge.
Okay.
So that we'll be able to join when we play with it. So your corner is slightly different. I'll walk you through your corner.
Okay.
So you're at your corner. You're going to put 2 double crochets
in the space, right?
Mm-hmm. Chain 3 and then 2 double crochets.
Just 2, not 3.
No, that's correct. That's why it's slightly different.
Got it.
And then I want you to put a double crochet in each one of those double crochets.
And the chain 1?
And the chain 1. Yep.
Okay. See, I follow directions really well.
Yeah. So I changed it up on purpose so that when we are joining them, we'll get these like lines that look really cool. The seam is what made it fun for me.
Okay. Sorry, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get around, guys, because I'm holding my hook differently because my hand is cramping up. Okay. 1 and 2. And then 3 chains.
Yep.
Right?
You got it.
1, 2, 3. One. Oop, 2 and 3. Oh, I did just 2. I know that. 2 in the corner.
Yep. See, you change it just slightly and then everything messes you up.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks for that.
No, I just want to keep everybody on their toes. That's all. That's all.
That's awesome.
Just being difficult.
1 in the corner or 1 in the chain 1 space.
So that's how all of the motifs are made. And the only difference is like I made like essentially 4 different motifs. You got 5 different colors and you play with the colors however you want. The only things that I would say is try not to put 2 rounds together that are too similar. If you're going to put 2 rounds together that are very similar, make it your round 1 and round 2.
Okay.
Don't make it your round 3, 2 and 3, because like you don't want the center to be the focal point. It's better to have the round 3 be your focal point.
Okay. We need to give everybody the Aurora lace link for your sweater. You know what's funny is I almost put that sweater on today. Like I pulled it off the shelf.
Have one.
But mine's like the bright royal blue color. And I was like, it might clash with what I'm using. So I didn't do it.
I can do that. I can pull it up. Yeah, this is Aurora lace. I'll give you guys the link. Give me 1 second.
I'm pretty sure it's a free pattern on the website and there's an ad-free PDF available.
Okay. I'll find you guys then the one on the website. Because it'll have everything there.
Yeah.
It was one of these patterns.
It was a Jolly Holiday last year, like 2023.
But I think it came from turkey trot is where the idea originally came
pattern.
From. Mm-hmm. So, and then we released it during Jolly Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had it's the same stitch pattern as one of our turkey trots, one of our turkey trot sweaters.
All right, when I get to the end here, am I joining with a slip stitch?
You're joining with a slip stitch.
Oops, oops, oops. I'm so used to taking my hook out and pulling my thing through, you know? Okay.
All right. That's yours. Now you have 10 more to make.
Or not.
Or not. So like I said, the joining is kind of the cool part of this motif. I don't know if you want to make another one or if you just want to show how to join.
Could I like have one side joined to the other and pretend?
Well, now that you're weaving in the ends, no.
Okay.
But
I can make another one real quick. I mean, if y'all are game, y'all want to stick around, wait for me to do another one? Is that okay? What are they saying? What are they saying? Are they like, no?
I haven't heard.
All of them are going to be like, yes, let's see the quirky thing that Robin wants us to do. Make Marley make another one.
Yes. Sure. Everybody says sure. Make another.
Of course they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Okay.
When you make another one, choose a different color that will be your on round 3.
All right.
I don't care in any way, shape, or form what's in the center.
All right. Let me stretch my hands. All right. I'm going to go with this one.
Why don't you make that your round 3 for this one instead of your round 1? Because I think that will be really bright and you'll be able to see what you're doing better.
Okay.
You're showing people how to do it.
All right. Well, then we're going to go with dark brown or, gray. Chain 1 and then stacked double. Robin makes Marley do a lot, you guys. If you only knew. All right, here we go. in all the good ways.
Yeah.
She really is my best friend, you guys. All right, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Anybody else making one along with me? Just curious. I'm the only one out here doing this.
All by yourself.
All by my lonesome.
No, you're not. Other people are making it too.
That's all right. I like, you know this. I like body doubling. So what this feels like. Might be the only way I'd ever get all of this done is if you were body doubling me.
That I'm cracking the whip over here, being like, make me another granny square, lady. Let's go.
So I wanted to make another design for the game day MVP. And so that way, if we got another 200 people to sign up for game day MVP, I was going to give another pattern. So I was like, okay, well, I better come up with the pattern before I make that offer, right? So yesterday I was like, come on, I know what I'm going to do. So I was knitting it and I couldn't just like get going. So I decided that I would go ahead and listen to the Onyx Storm, silent read along with everybody. So we were online for 2.5 hours and everybody was body doubling me, but we were all listening to Onyx Storm together. I mean, on their own, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And I got so much done, but I finished the piece that I was doing and I made it way too big. And I was like, well, this is funny. Because it should not be as big as it is, but it's all right. I can always fix that later. What in the heck did I do there? Actually, I can fix that. But the body doubling thing, John laughs at me and I'm like, babe, this is like, it's real. I need this. He's like, okay. But then he was very happy when I came upstairs and hung out with him for a little bit so that way I could watch the Grammys. Just because I like to see all the outfits. Oh my gosh, did you watch them?
Of course I watch the Grammys. Okay. I love watching the Grammys.
Did you watch the the red carpet?
No.
Okay.
No. Skip
it. One word. Kanye.
Oh,
holy moly.
Didn't see it at all. So.
Well, you would have saw a lot. A lot. His wife was wearing a see-through dress with nothing underneath.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even it was less opaque than like pantyhose. Like it was she shouldn't have had anything on.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. And I guess since I've read since then is that he wasn't even invited. He just showed up and then did the red carpet and then he was thrown out. Oh my gosh. I was
How about that?
What is happening? I don't know. Taylor looked gorgeous as always.
Yeah.
She's so pretty.
Yeah. I love Cynthia's dress.
Oh, yes. I liked her whole tribute that she was a part of for the Quincy Jones stuff.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah. And so it's not the actor but like I told you, so I have the season pass to all the Broadway shows that come into Pittsburgh. And so we got to see MJ the musical this year. And the song they did is like one of like the main songs in MJ the musical for the Michael Jackson musical. It's so good. And it was I was like, oh, like everything last night was like, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty neat. I don't know. There's something about the Grammys specifically. I think it's because they're, as artists, they are very much more extroverted than necessarily actors. You know how some actors, they're very introverted and they can act, but when they're in front of a crowd and stuff, they're just not as, I don't know, entertaining, I guess is the word. I don't know. It feels like you're at a big concert at the Grammys. Like I like that.
Yeah. And I love hearing maybe not like none of the music that was like the new artist was new to me because I have a teenager. So I know the new music, but that's one of my favorite parts is just listening to the music. Because there's
music this year, I really enjoyed it. Like the whole ensemble of everything they did.
I thought it was great.
Like, but Benson Boone, and Teddy Swims, like and Chaperone, like I love them all. Like I think they're just.
I love Chaperone. Yeah,
yeah,
she's great.
Super amazing.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, but granted, I'm a musical person, so like we love it. But Mark and I have been watching the Grammys since forever. Like I don't remember a time when we haven't. He's a huge musical nerd as well.
That's interesting. I had to beg John to sit with me for at least 30 minutes.
Oh no. Well, Mark's a singer, so he sings. He sings when he cooks. Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah, he did choir all through college. Yeah, he's like a really good singer.
Wow.
Yeah.
The things you learn.
I know, funny, right? Like it doesn't. I
never would have put that together.
Quintessential hockey dad.
Yeah.
But yes, he's also a singer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Mark's mom was really making sure like it was a balance. Like she wanted to make sure that like there was art was just as well represented as sports when Mark was growing up. So he's also a very good artist as well.
That's cool.
It is. Yeah. He's very well-rounded.
That's amazing.
But I am not a good singer and I'll sing doing random stuff as well, but no one wants to hear that.
Mine is I don't sing very well at all, but it doesn't stop me at all. I will belt it out.
And I find I do it much more. When my kids were toddlers, I sang to them all the time. And now that my kids are teenagers, I sing them all the time. Very different reasons. very different reasons. I love annoying my teenagers.
That's
is
funny.
Something to live for.
My daughter loves to sing, and she's always playing music in the house, and like she's got a really great voice. She never was part of choir or anything like that, but she sings very, very well. But there's always music going on with her. That's like one of her ADHD stuff. She always has to have that noise.
Will does as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he
like
always has music on. He never not. All right, now we want the lime green, so we can
okay,
nice and bright.
Okay, let me just get this out of my way.
And all I want you to do is get to a corner so we can show you how the corner joins.
Okay.
So when you're doing this project, you can join these motifs in any order. I do not tell you start here and go to the next one. You can join in any way that you want to. Start with whichever one you want to. And basically what happens is you're going to join the corners with a slip stitch, and then along the side I do what's called a joining double crochet, and you'll do that all the way. So instead of making a regular double crochet in the air, you're going to join and make the double crochet at the same time.
Okay, hold on. I feel like I should start with this in here now because I'm going to need more. Here we go. Okay, what am I doing?
Okay, so all I want you to do is start in your chain one space like you normally would. You would start with a standing double crochet.
Okay.
And for those of you at home, you would follow the directions for round 3 until you get to a corner that you want to join to. So keep in mind you're joining every corner and along the edges. So with Marley doing the second one, she really could go all the way around until like the 3rd corner, but we're going to make her do it in the 1st corner so we can go on with our life today.
All right.
I want to double crochet in each of those double crochets.
What? Marley. You don't want to see me make all 10 crochet granny squares today?
No.
What kind of crochet artist are you? All right, what am I doing?
Not a very good one, clearly. Do a double crochet in each one of those double crochets.
In these 3?
Uh-huh.
All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3.
Now, 2 double crochets in the corner.
Do 2 of them?
2, please. Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 and 2.
Now Marley's going to do the joining chain 3. This is where instead of doing a chain 3, she's going to chain 1. Then she's going to slip stitch to the corner she wants to join, into the chain 3 corner she wants to join. Any way you want. I actually just went into one strand this time, which I never do.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I just did one strand. I think it was because it's so chunky.
All right.
But join however you want. Marley went around.
No, I did one strand.
Okay. And then chain 1 again, please.
And I did it like wrong side facing me. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So once again, just hold your thing straight real quick. Before you do anything, don't even yarn over yet. So let go of that yarn over. Now just show everybody. So when we have you slip stitch into the corner, it looks like chain 3. You see how it looks like just chain 3s?
So there was my chain 1. There's my slip stitch. There's my second chain.
And that's because a slip stitch and a chain are the exact same stitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a slip stitch is into something and a chain is in the air.
Okay.
All right, Marley. Now we're going to do our weirdo things that I like to do. So I'm just going to walk you through it. You're just going to, like from above, have a little faith. Okay. I want you to insert your hook into the very next double crochet on the adjacent motif, on the other motif. Insert your hook from the front to the back.
Even though I have...
Hold your yarn underneath.
Hold my yarn underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Go into the first.
Yep. Now I want you to yarn over.
How? like
Yep.
that.
No, don't pull. You're not pulling up. So just
Okay.
yarn over like normal.
Okay.
Now now you're going to do finish your double crochet, kind of. Insert your hook into the chain 2 space.
Here? I'm sorry. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So I'm right here.
Yeah. Insert your hook into the next double crochet on the adjacent motif.
This one.
From the top to the bottom under the top 2 loops.
Okay.
You got it. Yarn over.
Yarn over.
Now insert your hook into the chain 3 space that you were just working in.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
From this way or underneath?
I go from top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Yarn over, pull up a loop.
So I'm in there, yarn over, pull up a loop.
You lost your yarn over.
Okay, I'm here. Yarn over.
Yes, I like this. Yep.
Okay.
Now yarn over, pull through 2. Now yarn over and pull through that sandwich. So it's the loop on your hook and the next one. Yep.
Got it.
That's your joining double crochet.
I've done this before.
Yeah. So you insert it into the next double crochet. She's going into the next place where she's doing a double crochet. Yep. And it sandwiches it. It sandwiches your free loop and it sandwiches the stitch around your other one. And it makes a straight line. I like the 2 straight lines that you get.
All right. And it's okay that I don't have 2 in there?
You should have 2 in there. Yeah, you follow the same directions. It's like you don't make up a new pattern.
I'm confused. So I did 2 doubles.
You should have 2 in there. Yes, so you should have put the other one in there. It's not different. It's not a different stitch pattern all of a sudden. It's the same stitch pattern. It's just that you're inserting your hook into
Okay, I see what it is. Okay, I was getting confused here thinking this was the same spot as here, but it's not. These 2 represent the 2 that are here. I got you. The 2 that I'm making. I'm with it now. Okay, so I'm in there, yarn over into the same spot, pull up, pull through 2, pull through the sandwich, and that gives it to where I have the 2 to finish off my corner, and I'm attaching it to the 2 that over there. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me focus this on me up here. Let's do this again. So now that I've dot the corner, I'm going to go over here to go to the next. Yarn over, go to the first of my double crochets here. Yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through all of them.
Yeah.
Go to the next, yarn over. If you guys see that yarn over, I go underneath and up and over. And then there, pull up a loop. Okay.
And she's doing the last in a nice fluid motion. That is definitely what your hook will eventually do. But don't get frustrated if at the beginning when you're first doing it, it's like a bit funky.
You guys saw me. All right. So, okay. That's right. It's because I'm going into, never mind. So I go into the chain 1 space. Okay. It's really hard to do with this silly Band-Aid on my finger.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not making anything fun.
I know, right?
At the moment. Yeah.
Really, I'm concentrating really hard. All right, so I'm in my corner. So this would be the first double in the corner, the second double in the corner. Let me see if I can guess. I chain 1, slip stitch in the corner. I can slip stitch in the corner, chain 1, go to the next.
Nope.
Oh,
you don't have to join anymore. You're all done. You joined it. Ta-da, you're done.
Oh, okay.
Finish off your round 3.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Or, okay, so if I wasn't joining anymore, would I just keep going
Yes.
this way then?
Mm-hmm.
I want to just see it so that I know what I'm doing.
So again, if you guys don't like that join, do whatever join that you like. It's not all of a sudden going to change the project that much. It's just when she pulls it out, you can see how you can see. I love that line of V's on both sides.
Yeah.
And it's thick because again,
very thick.
We're using a hook that's smaller than recommended for the yarn. And it makes everything, like normally when we're making sweaters, we want it to be loose. This is not one of those times. We want it to be tight. So it'll make a real secure. I love it because it's a chunky seam. So now I use this in blankets a lot.
Now that I've done it, I can see obviously what we were doing, because I was really confused what we were doing to start. I see what you mean now about starting here and then you're just joining one side. Yes. Whereas it could be that we were joining this side and then we were joining to another square over here or something if we needed to.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Now, in that case, here's a question. Would we slip stitch to this square or this square?
I slip stitch. So that's where I was going through one strand. I'll go through one strand of both of them.
Okay. Awesome. That's super helpful. Sandra, anything for you, friend? I like these colors. It's a good combination of colors.
Mm-hmm. They are.
So I don't know. Don't do this because I'm not totally saying this, but I'm saying I'm just, if there was an iPad in here, this fits right through there and you could absolutely charge your iPad while it was still protected. Just, I mean, I just be careful, no fires or anything like that, but very interesting. It's very solid, very dense.
Yeah. Like if we were doing this for even a blanket, I would go up a bunch of hook sizes.
Yeah, it's very dense. I like it
because
though.
We're using a small hook.
Yeah, but I like this.
Yeah,
I like it.
It gives like a nice feel.
All right, let me go back to where we can see both of us. There we are. Hi, friend.
Hello. Welcome back.
There we are. That's even better. All right, so now I have all these bits, which if you have a yarn winder, you could take these and just go put them into the balls like what Robin was saying. So that way I can use these for whatever I want. I really like this.
Thanks. I enjoyed making it.
It's very nice. It's very nice. I like once I got the hang of doing the yarn over on the join, I was like, okay, I got this now. It just felt clumsy at first.
Yeah, you definitely have to practice. It's not like it. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like more advanced. But again, like I said, if you hated doing this, you can use any one of the 18,000 different ways of joining that there are. There's a million. And
I love it. I love it. Awesome. All right. Well, I can tell you guys there are no granny squares in game day. So if you want to make granny squares, now's your chance.
No.
This does make a really awesome one ball wonders. Don't forget to tag your sharing when you're doing the pictures and stuff, whether it's on Facebook, on Instagram, in a group, on your main page, whatever it is, hashtag one ball wonders with an S. And then on Instagram, if you could tag both me and Hirschner's, that'd be great. I'm at the Marley Bird. Hirschner's is at Hirschner's_crafts. And this lesson of Lunch and Learn has been sponsored by Hirschner's, where you could actually purchase the tea cakes, or they have the chunky cakes too, don't they? Pretty sure.
They have tons of cakes. You got to take a look. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot of cake yarn.
Yeah. So absolutely click on the links and try that out. Can you make it in one color? Marilee, yes, you absolutely could make this in one color. You absolutely could. And if you did that, you wouldn't have to cut your yarn every time. You could just keep going. Like you could start with a stack double crochet and just, make it go. Yes, sweet roll would work great. Actually, I put that in the blog post, that sweet roll is a really great substitute that you could totally take that apart. There's a bunch of different yarns out there to try out for sure. And I know one of the great things about Hirschner's is, we've talked about this a little bit with Joann's possibly going away, most likely going away. Michael's dwindling down the amount of yarn that they have. Our options for purchasing big box type yarn at an actual like place, that's shrinking. Hirschner's has been around for 120, 25 years. They know their stuff. They're a reputable company. They are really great about their shipping. They have their whole shipping department. I went there and I was introduced to all of it and shown how everything, it's amazing. You want to talk about assembly line that's like, this is amazing. Like it was really, really great. I say all that to say, if you're looking to purchase your stuff online and you're looking for companies that are reputable, that actually will send you yarn and not take your money, not waste your money, and you're going to get good yarn, Hirschner's is definitely a great one to choose. And so we always love to support them. For game day, you can absolutely use the Hirschner's 8 yarn. We've talked about Hirschner's. I use the Hirschner's 8 worsted. You guys didn't see this. So, well, I have all this here. Let me show you. I'm going to show you what came in the mail on Friday. So, a whole box. I bought every color. Like, they did not send this. I bought all of the colors. And I was just like, this is why I said to you, hey, Robin, we should design a blanket.
No wonder. Because, like, I got a couple up there for a few projects that we're doing, but I'm like, what's she talking? I don't have enough yarn for a blanket.
I have so much yarn. So I have a lot. But I really like using it. I've used it a lot. And so if you're using the Hirschner's worsted 8 heathers, or you could get the wildflowers, you could get the solids, you could do whatever you want. We would love to have you join us. It's a heavier worsted weight yarn. I would say it's like a With Love or a Karen 1 pound sort of weight if you're looking to stash dive a little bit. I would not use something that is like flimsy, like Red Heart Soft or Karen Simply Soft. I would not use that at all. I would not use Unforgettable yarn. But if you wanted to use a solid and a long color changing yarn for game day, you could do that. I would choose a solid for your main color, long color changing for your contrast color. So there's definitely options for stash diving. If you want to use 2 solids and, just use Brava tweed, just do a gauge swatch. See if you like how it works out and try it all out. Speaking of gauge swatch, yes, I will give out the gauge prior to game day. That will happen. And I will send it out to everybody who has registered. So if you're going to be a part of game day, you want to make sure you have registered. Go to that link that is in the video description box for the game day event, and you will see where you can register for the event. Make sure you verify your email because I can't send you anything if you don't verify your email. And then once you do that, it'll send you the supply list that gives me your email. It actually puts a tag on your email. So that way, when I send out the gauge, I actually only send it out to the people who have the registration tag. So you will get the gauge amounts. That way you can kind of mess around and play with some things for sure. But yeah, game day is right around the corner. I'm very excited about it. Today's the last day for the Buy Crafty Bestie box. If you're interested, the Apothecary box is the one that is still available. Very few left. There's very few left of that one. Robin and I have both talked. I've said like that sock is actually my favorite of all the socks that I designed. I don't know if you feel the same way or not, but I love it a lot. I have it. Do you want me to pull it out? I have it right here.
It's not my favorite sock.
Oh,
but it is my favorite bag. Oh, I already used the bag. Like, it's my favorite bag.
So I have everything just in
in your thing.
Bag here.
For crochet, it's not my favorite. My favorite is a different one.
Yeah, I loved knitting this one. Like, I loved knitting this one. I love the colors.
But it is funny because if I was choosing a kit, this is the one I would choose.
Yeah,
like I like these 2 colors together, like something like.
And it's like wouldn't you call it like a periwinkle blue?
It's a light blue.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I guess it's like sky blue.
Yeah. I mean, like here's
pale.
Here's a teal. Like it's just different. I like it a lot, but this is still available. Remember, you get both of the sock patterns. Ooh, you get the bag and you get 3 things of yarn. You get the contrasting color and then 2 balls of the main color. You also get the keychain that's in here, a keychain that matches the bag. And then there is also a coupon for how much money? I can't remember. There's money to spend in the Ravelry store.
And you get stitch markers.
Yeah, and there's stitch markers, and there is a discount to the Erin Lane bag store. And just a reminder, we are doing a make along at the end of February, early March. That is a paid make along, so that one is not one that's going to be for free. It's a paid make along, and we will be showing how to make all the socks. But for the kit, you get these 2 patterns for part of your kit. Right. If you want the extra, they'll be available for purchase. But these were the other kit socks if you guys were interested in those. So all of that will be coming up after game day. So stay tuned. There's a lot of happenings going on over here.
Yeah.
You look like you want to say something.
No, I was just going to say the podcast next Monday is going to be just a lot of catch up of like, hey, how you doing? Because Marley's brain is going to be fried.
It really is. It's going to be toast because can I just tell you my week? I haven't even talked to you about this yet. You ready for this? Okay. Tonight, I have practice tonight, right? Tomorrow, I'll have work. Then I have a coaches meeting / dinner tomorrow night. Wednesday is practice. Thursday night, I have to go to a coaches clinic. Then the clinic is also all day Friday. Friday afternoon, I go to Josiah's track meet. Saturday afternoon, I go, is that right? Yeah, Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning, I'll go to Josiah's track meet. Then we leave the track meet to go to dinner for John's work. And at the dinner, we then go to the Billy Joel concert. Oh. And then I come home from Billy Joel, and then I have game day. So this is my week. So I will be filming. I can't get my nails done today because the nail salon is closed. So I have to get my nails done tomorrow. So I have to film tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday so that everything is ready to go. Done. Yeah. So that's my week. So yes, Monday I will be fried. I will be absolutely fried. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's just crazy, but it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. I'm very excited about all of it. I hope you guys will join in. Don't forget that if you share about the game day event and help us get more people registered, I did say that if I could get another 1,000 people registered for the event, I would unlock another MVP thing. And then I said if I could get 200 people into the MVP package, I would unlock another bonus. So 2 different ways that we can unlock bonuses if you guys are interested. And it's real easy. Just tell all your friends, tell all your Stitch and Bitch buddies, tell your family. I mean, it is a fun event to do with groups of people because you don't really know what you're making. You'll probably guess what you're making, but it's a lot of fun. And I hope that you guys will come and join us.
Still makes it fun.
Yeah. And have a good time. And then watch them Chiefs kick those Eagles butts. All right. That's it from us, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Thank you, Caitlin, so much for joining us. Thank you to Hirschner's for sponsoring the Lunch and Learn. And thank you, Robin, for talking me through all of it. Don't forget that is a free pattern over on the website. You just go to marleybird.com. You could click on the blog and you could actually even do a search for One Ball Wonders and you'll get this pattern and you'll also get the headband pattern that Robin did for a crochet headband and a Tunisian crochet headband. Yes, knitters, there is something on the way for you too. Hang on tight. And that's it from us. All right, everybody. We will talk to you again very, very soon. Take care.
Bye everybody.
You did.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is they'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Oh,